excited Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena. And the place has been given a remarkable new look for the boxing competition of the games of the 23rd Olympiad. Hello again, everyone. Right now, we're awaiting a key light flyweight bout involving a young American, Paul Gonzales, and a South Korean by the name of Kim. Two of the three top-rated fighters in the flyweight division. And you look at Paul Gonzales now. A typical American story, a typical American boxing story, which he brings to us up close and personal. The East LA ghetto of Boyle Heights is perhaps the roughest neighborhood in the city, dangerous, and the early years of Paul Gonzales exemplify the fact.
It's a very tough neighborhood. The reason for that is because they got a lot of gangs there. Also, there's a lot of drugs in that neighborhood. I ran into a lot of back alleys, you know, which took me the wrong way. I almost got killed. I got shot, hit with some pellets in the back of my head. And I really found it kind of hard, and instead of having my mom worried, I wanted to make her proud.
For his mother, Anita, raising 8 kids in a cramped 3-room apartment supported only by welfare payments was a day-to-day struggle. For her oldest son, Paul, the only escape, his daydreams.
Like when me and my brother were smaller, we had a dream, you know. We used to say, Mom, one day when we get really big, we're going to buy you the biggest house on the block, with telephones in every room. And to tell you the truth, that dream is almost coming true, you know.
The reason that his dreams have a chance of coming true traces back to the day when Paul Gonzales, age 10, started training in the basement of the Hollenbeck station of the LA Police Department, a scrawny kid who had to sneak in so his friends wouldn't see him working with the police. A ghetto cop named Al Stanky became his coach, eventually his surrogate father, taking Paul under his wing in and out of the gym.
Basically what he did was drag me out of the ghetto and put me in another environment. And that environment is in the ring, to gain more respect, not just for myself, but for my people too.
He feels strongly about his role as a representative for his people, gives him his tremendous determination to win, as evidenced by his impressive performance in last year's Pan Am Games when he battered Rafael Ramos of Puerto Rico, but was victimized by a terrible decision.
My heart fell. Everything stopped cold. It was like if I was dead. On the flight from Venezuela to Miami, I was thinking of turning pro. By the time I landed in Miami, I said, no way. I have a dream that I have to live. And that dream is to be an Olympian, to win a gold medal in 1984. And my dream is just an inch away of becoming reality. Because of the ripoff in Venezuela, it hasn't changed Paul Gonzales' mind at all. The only thing I'm shooting for is a gold medal and nothing less.
This is the scene in the arena now. Paul Gonzales in the ring. Kwang-Sun Kim, the opponent from South Korea. Those two, and Rafael Ramos of Puerto Rico, the 3 top-rated fighters in the light flyweight classification. Paul Gonzales, a tallish kid, very tall for his size, or rather weight, and a kid who's got a professional style as a boxer. His one weakness, he doesn't have a big punch. And Kim, on the other hand, well, he will come right at Gonzales. Gonzales expects it. I think he probably has superior upper body strength. Whether or not Gonzales can beat him, well, we shall see. The fate of the draw, that 2 of the top 3 fighters would have to meet each other in the very first round. But Gonzales is aware of the challenge. At first, when the draw, well, as you look at the tail of the tape, when the draw took place, at first Gonzales' heart sank, but he quickly recovered. He's got the height advantage, the reach advantage. And he moves very, very very well, as you will see. He's a good right scored by Gonzales right in the early going. Watch that lateral movement. You see Gonzales using it right from the opening bell, although not a bell here, an electronic tone. Gonzales scoring. Used the left to set up the right, and he scored, but the South Korean Kim continually pursues. Quick flashing right, and it is a down and an 8 count. A big start for Paul Gonzales out of East Los Angeles, the ghetto. Kid with a dream. Action in the first round, and Gonzales fighting beautifully up to this point. We have a minute 40 left in the first round, and Gonzales scoring steadily, as you can see, with the left and with the right. Using all of the boxing skills that he has acquired. Beginning to fight at age 10 at a police station. Had to do it secretly. The other kids in the barrio where he grew up weren't used to having police around us. We're getting another standing 8 count, and Gonzales is having a tremendous first round. He is using all of his skills, and he has Kim bewildered. Kim still charging in, and Gonzales taking advantage of his reach, of his movement, so that Kim has been a sitting duck for him in the first round. And still Kim keeps coming. And remember, Olympic scoring, a knockdown or a standing 8 count to blows count for no more in the scoring than a clean jab. Fighters applauded. 5 judges at ringside scoring, 20-point plus system per round. Referee has no voice in the scoring. And fighting back now is Kim, scoring with a quick flurry there. They are superbly conditioned, these Korean fighters. In my view, the best conditioned team in the boxing competition. Kim, though, is bleeding now as Gonzales continues to score. You can see the blood coming out of the nostrils. We approach the end of round 1. Gonzales, brilliant.
The games of the 23rd Olympiad continue.
Work here, up to the top, okay?
Of Italy, and the judges are from Yugoslavia, Tunisia, Uganda, Australia, and Nigeria. A tremendous first round for Paul Gonzales, but Pat Nappy admonished his fighter beautifully between rounds. We heard everything he said. Keep jabbing, boxing. You're starting to try and load up, kid, and you know how conditioned these Koreans are. He will keep coming at you, as he did right there. And now, you see the feint by Gonzales and the movement. He must continue to fight exactly as Nappy told him. The Korean scored with a right, keeps coming. And with a left. And now the Korean, Kwang-Sun Kim, is making a comeback, and he staggered Gonzales with a right. He is all over Gonzales. Thus quickly could the tide change. The ebb and flow of the contest. That might be a break for Gonzales, by the way, because Kim was all over him and getting to him. Very different from round 1. This is amateur boxing at its best. 3 minutes, sustained action, continuous fighting, protection from 5 doctors, differently placed all around the the rest Gonzalez got. Now Gonzalez strikes back with a left while the headgear was being fixed has helped him enormously. He was getting into deep trouble against Kim until that point. You saw the time left in this, the second round. And Gonzalez is coming back now, fighting his fight. He's got to keep his movement up. Look at the way the Korean charges. It's not stylish, but this is effective aggression. Luigi Quacci, the referee. There is no letter. That was a slip. That was not a knockdown. Pay no attention to it. The crowd misread it. And still, Kim comes. And Gonzalez, question with him, has always been stamina too. He's shown a better punch in this fight than anybody suspected he had in flooring Kim in the first round and then executing a standing 8 count. Kim can wear any fighter in his weight classification down. Again, that Korean conditioning that I talked about. Now he's holding on to Gonzalez. That's proper caution by Quacci. He's holding Gonzalez with his left and trying to pummel him with his right. Quacci put an end to that. We're approaching the end of the second round. And the Korean got in a good shot against Gonzalez. At the end of this round, we're going to stay with Paul Gonzalez, who's fighting for his tournament life, I'll tell you that. But scoring well there. Quick combination. The rest from the fixing of Kim's headgear, I think, helped Gonzalez enormously. This is the third and final round, and Nappy told his fighter exactly the right things to do. The movement. And moving away. But he must now begin to jab, to work the jab, to score the points that Roosevelt Sanders, the assistant coach, suggested. And he's trying to do just that. Blood reappears from the Korean's nose. A good right by Gonzalez. Corking fight. Good combinations by Gonzalez. Clean scoring. That's what registers with Olympic scoring judges. Caution again to the Korean fighter from Luigi Quacci. Slight stumble by Kim. Get away from those ropes, Paul. That would be the advice of Nappy. Gonzalez giving everything he's got in the very first round. Light flyweight competition. Stylish fighter. Korean keeps coming. Kwang-Sun Kim. There, that's it. Use the jab. That's the way to fight. Basic boxing. At any level. Amateur, professional. Missing wildly there. And capitalizing quickly with a scoring combination left and right. Paul Gonzalez. We are more than halfway through this, the third and final round. And Gonzalez is having, I think, a good round. We have talked about some grossly unfair decisions in the past. Talked about that yesterday. Look at Gonzalez. Use those lefts. That's the ticket. That's the ticket to winning in a boxing tournament. Now Kim finally shows fatigue himself, but yet strikes right back with a right. Still coming. Less than a minute to go in the final round. And Gonzalez giving, as Pat Nappy told him to do, giving the South Korean a boxing lesson. Picking off the blows of the Korean. Waiting for opportunity. Counter-punching when he has to. Missing is the Korean, and quickly taking advantage again is Gonzalez. Every time Kim misses, Paul has capitalized. Look at him slip out from against the ropes. As stylish a piece of boxing as you could see from one so young. Proves how well trained our fighters have been. by our coaching staff, Pat Nappy, Roosevelt Sanders, and the memories of Sarge Johnson, who died in that Polish air crash, still alive in the minds of every Olympian. We're coming now to the end of the fight. That's it. That is it. The fight is over. The fans stand as one to cheer Paul Gonzalez. However, as we look at Pat Nappy and as Paul bends down and prays, we will be back in just a moment with the decision. We are back live in the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena. We await the decision, Gonzalez against Kim.
The winner on points, 5-0. In the red corner, Paul Gonzalez.
Unanimous decision. Paul Gonzalez with an absolutely brilliant boxing exhibition wins the second American to have fought, the second American to have won. Mark Breland did it yesterday. 5-0. And Kim, one of the three most highly rated fighters in the division, as we noted at the very beginning. Now, let's go to first round action as Paul Gonzalez comes down to be interviewed by us. We go to first round action now to look at that knockdown that Gonzalez executed. There it is. Watch closely now. Using the left jab, not scoring with it. Then in came a left, and I thought a flash right. All right, here is Paul Gonzalez right now with us. Well, you stood up to the task. What did you say when you were at the draw and you learned you had to fight Kim in the first round?
I was going to give him a boxing lesson, and that I did. It's better to draw the first good guy, because to me, I thought I'll meet him in the finals. Since I got him over with, I'm going for the gold now.
Well, I want to congratulate you, young man.
Thank you.
And you did give him a boxing lesson. I felt you profited enormously by the rest when he had his headgear fixed, because he was getting to you at that point.
Yes, he did. I kind of got tired, but for the next 4 fights that I got, I'm going to be in good condition. This is a big task for me to go through, because this is one of the great guys. Second to me, that's what I say.
Now there is left before you Get Even Day against Rafael Ramos of Puerto Rico, right?
Right, yes, sir.
Well, I'm very proud of you, and I'm sure most Americans are. Good luck to you, Paul. Just a brilliant performance, and you listened to your coach. You did exactly right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it. Paul Gonzalez, the winner, brilliantly. Unanimous decision over Kwang-Sun Kim of South Korea, a very tough and highly rated fighter in the light flyweight division. The story in the sports arena.
And all that before his hometown fans in Los Angeles. A great day, a great start for Paul Gonzalez. Now, if you're not up to date on exactly when we're going to be on every day, all through these Olympics, remember we have daytime coverage that starts each day at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You can translate that into your own time zone, of course. Then we have our nighttime here, and then our late night, which continues on until, like, 2 o'clock in the morning in the East, I believe. And there will be many live events during that late night coverage. It's not just highlights. Now, as for your local news, we're going to try to take a break of some length as close to 11 o'clock Eastern Time as we can each evening. And then at the end of the coverage that I'm hosting each night, you'll have a full half hour of your local news. So I think that'll keep you up to date for the moment. We'll be going live to the men's 4x200 freestyle relay in swimming very shortly. That should be a terrific one. They had a world record in the trials earlier today.